it should be in blue. My box should be in blue, right?
Welcome. So
Is
sports.
my box in blue now?
Yes,
I
you
don't know.
are, and you're
Okay,
and
so
we're side by
if I'm
side.
not in blue, I'm in the green room, basically. And yeah, so they could still hear me if I'm in the green room, unless you
Okay.
mute my mic.
Okay.
So that's how that works. Um, there's all kinds of different stuff on here. But are you multi-streaming to different platforms as well?
Yeah, I'm streaming to Twitter and believe Periscope and Facebook
Okay.
right now.
Yep. Yep. So then all of those users should be able to, type in their chat box and you should see them. You'll see like Facebook is like a dark blue. You'll see Twitter as a lighter blue or Periscope, either one. You'll see, or you'll even see the bird for the Twitter,
Yeah.
um, stuff like that. So anyway, you were talking about accessibility,
Yeah.
and yeah, so we are Sports for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that's in Spokane, Washington, and we do, well, just what the title says, sports for the blind. So we do blind baseball, blind bowling, blind hiking, blind snowshoeing, blind skiing, cross country skiing, blind tandem biking. We do all kinds of different things. What we're trying to do is get people that are visually impaired or blind off the couch and exercising in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't have to be baseball. Doesn't have to be, anything like that. So all the different things that we do, you know, at least something, one thing, you can do with one thing is what we're trying to get the visually impaired and blind people. What we've ran into is a lot of parents don't like their visually impaired or blind kids, to go out and do these things, um, because they're afraid they're going to get hurt. So that's kind of difficult. And then the older ones that have recently became blind or whatever, they're afraid they're going to get hurt, playing baseball or bowling or hiking or whatever. But that's what we have sighted volunteers for, to keep us all safe. So that's kind of what we do. We just try to get people off the couch and moving.
That's awesome. And are you the founder or just an organizer?
I'm the president, and have been the president for about 9 years now. So I took a couple of years off, but then they reelected me, so I'm the president. So now I'm, trying to get more people involved and stuff like that. So
Here, I
yeah.
just did a comment. Let's see here. I'm going to invite. Let's see here. Marilyn Gottlieb. Oop, let's see here. Invite you. Let's see here.
So I do you need to know more about the apps, the broadcast studio? Are you on your computer? Is that where you're at right
I'm
now?
on the computer, and
Okay.
Marilyn Gottlieb, and I might not pronounce your last name right, but Harbor Journal 2 said, "Is it my phone? Can't hear anything." So I'd like to invite them.
Huh.
Just them.
I don't know,
Let's see
but I
here.
can tell you a little bit more about the broadcast studio if you'd like. It's
Yeah,
up to
that'd be
you. So so on the left hand side you see comments, then you
okay.
see notifiers, then you see takeover, and then I think it's settings under that one, or
Uh-huh.
maybe there's one more. So um, if you, I'm not on the desktop, but if you wanted to make me a director, you could just check mark director, and then everything that you, so let's say you're doing a cooking show and you can't sit there and do whatever, so you can have a director in there, you know directing, commenting on your on what you're doing or whatever. So you can't, because you're not able to read the comments. So that's what the director can do. They can throw up pictures for you. They can do all kinds of different stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Notifiers
So
are
let's see.
notifiers are the You know where your broadcast line comes up at the top, where it
Mm-hmm.
says whatever your broadcast is. Well, you can hit notifiers and add a notifier in there, and you got 3 lines that you could put in there of whatever you want, like follow us at, all of our social medias and give a list of all of them, or, here's our website, or, whatever information that you want. It's the
Okay.
first 3 lines. A takeover, what that does is it takes over the whole screen, takes everybody out of the screen, except for whatever content you want in the takeover. Okay,
Okay.
so
So
that's pretty simple. Lots
title,
of stuff.
subtitle, type
Yeah,
of takeover. So those
yeah,
are words as well. It's
yeah,
not them
yeah.
pushing an image full screen.
No, it only goes. It's only like the lower half is where the image is.
Okay.
So if you do that, and then you'd hit put what is it? Push to program. That pushes it to the program and takes over your face and my face, and just makes it everything in that screen, whatever you put in there, all
Okay.
that information. Then settings, that's where you can go and change all your settings. For this broadcast, the only thing you can't do is you can't change the from portrait to landscape or landscape to portrait when you're live. When you're in the pre-live, you can, but you cannot do it on the when you're broadcasting. So you have to pick one or the other in pre-live. And also in there, you can assign moderators in there so people can mute or block people from coming into your, coming into your chat or whatever. You can do that as well by assigning a moderator in there under the settings. And then I think it says moderation, I think is what it says.
Okay. For comment moderation, I'm just saying choose how strict you would like auto comment moderation to be.
Yeah. So right now you can go all the way up, but if anybody says anything, any kind of derogatory anything, it'll hide the comment. You can still click on the comment, but if you go all the way low, then people could say um, crap and all that other stuff, you know, in the chat. So depending, and you could add words in there that you do not want to see, and that will also hide the comments as well. You see where it says add or add words or something like that. You see that part of it?
I don't I don't see, let's see here, for I can see like changing the broadcast title stuff for
Yep, you can do that
hashtag.
on the go.
I see
You can
social
do.
multicasting
Uh-huh.
and I can edit that, and then audience program orientation, and then the
Yep.
graphics. But for
Yep.
moderation, I only see the sliding scale of least script, and then I see
Oh,
in
okay.
case of emergency reset program layout or restate.
Yeah. So if something goes wrong, say you're frozen on the screen, your video is frozen, you can hit reset graphics server, and it takes 30 to 45 seconds for the graphics server to reset, and then you're back up, and everything should be fine with
Oh,
your video.
great.
So
Um,
something goes wrong.
and
So if you wanted to, you let me try getting on my computer here,
and
and
real
if you wanted,
sports, real quick. So we have Maryland. He's on in Maryland. Yes, I see you on screen as well on my dashboard on the
uh,
broadcaster dashboard.
Oh, hi. Nice to talk to you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I
Because
can
I
hear you
don't I
too.
don't see myself. Like when I click on show live, it shows nothing. Like I see you in sports, but when I click on the show live button, audience preview, it's a black square. And I just cleared my cache on my phone, so I don't know if that made it better or worse.
Let me try logging
Hmm.
in. Let me check from.
Yeah, I'm gonna look on my computer.
Okay, and I'm gonna
Are
look.
you on your phone? I see
I'm on my
all three
phone
of
and
us.
I've been having trouble with my phone. I'm
I
in a
see.
high risk category and I'm scared to go down to
am all-
the Apple store to get a new battery and put my name on the list and wait hours.
Yeah, I see all three of you in the broadcast.
Yeah, I
window
see
there.
myself. I see myself on the computer. I don't know how to fix my phone, but Woof Woof will say hello to Darcy because I don't think Darcy met Woof Woof
Hi, Wolf Wolf.
with his WDS tie, and this is Bear. Bear moved
gonna-
here from.
I'm gonna
Oh,
launch
sorry, were
my
you saying something,
studio
Sports?
here.
This is Bear moved here from Long Island. Lane sent me Bear, and Bo, who's from Lisa Sansusi, is in the hallway. But Bo has decided to Bo wanted her own bedroom, so she set one up in the hallway. She's a talking horse.
Hold on. Sorry.
Now I hear an echo.
Oops, let's see here. Okay, so got Sports for Blind. We had 2 locations for you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I had you on my phone. Now I have you on screen on my computer. Okay. So Darcy, if you wanted to put me as a director, I can kind of show you the different things on the.
Yeah.
On
Can
the,
you please tell me what it? I have 2 questions. What's a director, and when is the Clubhouse Summit?
Okay.
Clubhouse comment?
I'll explain the Clubhouse Summit in a moment, but first let's get some of the technical of HAPS going here. And how do remind me
See where my name is, where it says invite, and then it says participant, and then to the left of that it says director.
Let's see here. I'm seeing like comments, notifiers, takeover settings. Then I see the chat, and then I see our dashboard, and
then
my
to the left of that, where it says, or to the right of that, sorry, to the right of that.
So I've got me and Marilyn and you.
Uh-huh.
And then to the right of that is uploaded.
Okay.
Like, so I can invite people. Okay. Oh, that's right. So if I click on invite people, then I can click on director for you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There. Okay. So see, now I can direct. So I can hit, let's just say, I'm just going to show you this. So we can go to this layout.
Oh, second.
Just a second here.
I clicked on something here.
So did I.
So while I'm doing that, if I hadn't gotten my 250, would this count, or is this only Darcy's broadcast?
This for Darcy's broadcast only.
Okay. So then when we finish mine, we can when we get to 250 for me and I finish explaining a couple.
Hi, Bridget. Yeah, I got mine, but it took me 8 hours and 7 minutes, and that's after starting over when it crashed at 64 views.
Oh.
Well, a good thing about this too, Darcy and Marilyn, good thing about this is if your computer crashes or your broadcast crashes on your mobile or on your desktop, if you go live within 2 minutes, you can still be in the same broadcast.
Yeah, that's a helpful tip. And I also found that you can turn it on and be a guest in your own broadcast. So if your phone dies, like mine keeps doing, it'll keep going if you're on the computer. Only what happened was my browser crashed and that took down the broadcast.
Oh.
Yeah. But you could restart it on your phone or whatever. You notice how I got in with my phone, and then I also logged onto my computer. So I ended on my phone. That's why it was echoing and all that. So, yeah. So now the Clubhouse comments, you must have Clubhouse.
Can I just interrupt you really quickly because Woof Woof saw Bridget and wanted to say hello.
Yeah, I was just going to interrupt as well to say, hi, yo, Bridget Johnson. Hello.
Hey, Bridget, how are you?
Okay, so she's
Twitter. Yeah, you can't follow people like while you're in the broadcast, though, right? Because I click on it, and nothing
You should be able
happens.
to click on the comments, and yeah, you can. You can't follow Twitter or Clubhouse or any of those comments. Any HAPS users you can.
Maybe Bridget's on Facebook because
Bridget's on Twitter.
Bridget's on Twitter because there's a little bird next to her.
Can I click on it or no?
No, you can't follow from Twitter.
Okay. And do you know that technical Lisa Sansusi was live on Twitch? There's custom settings, but it had a R, like RMP, I think. But if I don't know how to do that though. And also, just so you know, if you want a free ticket to the Podfesting, Global Podfest, I have a code that'll get you a free entry level pass if anyone wants one for the end of February and the beginning of March.
So what? I don't know what you're talking about on that, so I'm good.
It's podcasting conference online, and they're going to get hopefully another Guinness World Record for the most attendees.
I'm good with my apps and stuff, so I don't need any of that.
Okay.
Marilyn, you're welcome to message that to me.
Okay, how do I message you if you can't message on the app?
Let's see here. If you're welcome to follow. Let's see here. So let me try this. What and Sports for the Blind. Your real name's Troy. Is that what I'm saying? Hi, Troy.
Yep.
Okay. So let me see your notifier. Create a new notifier. Let's see here. Let me do.
Yeah, I saw notifiers, but I didn't know what that was either.
Okay, so you're creating a notifier, Darcy?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
Can you tell me what that means?
They're kind of cool. It takes up the first 3 lines of the screen where where her name shows up and the broadcast name shows up. It shows up whatever you put in there, the 3 lines that you put in there, whatever text you put in there, that's what it will put in there. So when she's done putting that in, she'll hit push to program, and then it will come up on the screen. So see where it says subscribe to Darcy for more, and then it gives a website, the haps.tv /
I'm looking on my computer because I don't see anything.
So now
subscribe to Darcy for more, and then it said haps.tv @Darcy. Is that
Yep.
Is that
it'll come up when she hits push to program, whatever she put in there, it will push to the program and take over the top part of the screen.
Oh, thanks for explaining that. So is that an email address?
I don't know.
No, but you can message me. So are you now seeing the connect with me through your IG? So for Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/Darcy Network and send me a message there.
Okay, I will do that.
Or for Instagram, my username is @Darcy.network.
@Darcy.network. All right. I don't know if I'm going to go off screen, but I'm going to make a note of that.
Okay. So what other questions do you have, Darcy?
So Troy, there's no in-app messaging between subscribers. Is that
not right now. They're working on all that stuff still. So yeah, they're not like the bubbles that you get in Periscope. That doesn't they don't have that yet, but they're working on that stuff. So it was very I joined about 60 days ago, and it was very glitchy, and it still is a little glitchy, but it's way better. Better. So but they're still working on it. It's kind of cool that you can stream to all your different social medias, and they're adding LinkedIn and Twitch to it as well. So you don't have to use the RMTP, So it'll be automatically. So you'll see the Twitch comments, you'll see the LinkedIn comments, you'll see all of them, which is kind of cool.
LinkedIn as well.
Yeah.
So Michael, if you're still watching, night is going well. Night is going well for sure. Bridget, thank you for joining in. And let's see, you're an island girl, Deanna. Deanna Cool, I invited you as well if you want to join us here. Michael asked, what brings us a sense of peace?
Say that again.
Michael asked, what brings you a sense of peace? For me, a sense of peace is the ocean. Definitely does. Sunshine in the ocean. helping others, and good food.
Can people see the comments if they're on Twitter and I type on the HAP
No.
screen? Do they see it? No.
They cannot
well,
see. They cannot see HAP's comments.
Okay.
Did I write it down at darcy.network, or was that wrong?
Yeah, for Instagram, it's at darcy.network. And remember the E for enthusiasm, Y for youthfulness.
Oh, thank you. That's also helpful. And Bridget, I can send you a message later. I'm working on patience versus frustration.
Right, I like that.
Thanks.
Troy,
Bridget should be joining HAPS, I guess, huh?
What about joining HAPS? Well,
Bridget should be joining HAPS.
Yeah, Bridget, you should join HAPS. No, you don't want to join HAPS?
So, okay.
Oh, Bridget. Troy, what's something that brings you peace?
Something that brings me peace. Positivity. Everything is positive.
I'm positive this year has been frustrating.
So, yeah.
So
But I don't think that's
that
what you
this year has a lot of opportunity for improvement.
There you go. Yes, I had the opportunity to challenge my fear tomorrow when I made a dentist appointment, because not only does that mean taking public transit when I'm in a high-risk category for more than 15 minutes, but you have to take off your mask if you want the dentist to look at your teeth.
So I'm going to add, Darcy, I'm going to add the llama. Okay.
Okay.
Did it add to it? Yep.
So Bridget has
split up now.
No problema. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But see, when I click on my thing over here, or on this, see how it highlights? And then I could take it off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was on my screen yesterday, but I don't know what it is. Just an icon?
This is just the countdown. So before you go live or before you end, so you don't cut yourself off at the beginning or ending, you can let this run until it gets to 1 second, and then you can hit on your picture, and then you're not cutting everybody out, and everybody's coming in as it's counting down, so you could still see the chat and everything.
How did you just do that? Did you just do that on you did that while we were on here?
Yeah. Darcy put me as a director, so whatever she wants me to do, I can do. I can put.
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, I lost the sound. I thought it was me.
No, he dropped. Both of his dropped. So in the interim,
okay.
Michael, I'm going to invite you if you'd like to join us as a broadcaster. And in the interim, Michael asked, "What are you currently grateful for?" No worries.
Sorry, I hit the back button, so I can put up this picture with us here, Darcy. So you have your.
So you're able to see all the same everything that I have. So I have to be careful about what pictures I have. It's not like I only have my dashboard is only what I have, and like you have your own dashboard. So whatever
I don't think you can see your screen unless you're sharing your screen, though.
I can see your screen because I'm a director. You can't see what we're seeing because you're not a director. So I could add photos here too. I can
how?
Because I'm a director and she gave me the right to do that.
No, I mean on the studio you can add photos if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So from the dashboard, I'm on my desktop, and from my dashboard on the right hand side of the broadcast studio, there's the intro countdown, and there's a sample image with a no problema. and Troy just uploaded the Sports for the Blind logo. And
oh, really? I didn't see that. I see it looks like someone's computer screen is on there with a bunch of lines.
Yes, we can.
So see, it's kind of helpful if you're doing something very interactive, Darcy. That's what I'm trying to get at. So you can have somebody that you trust come in here, and you can have your mobile phone on too, So you can be, let's say you have a pot of stew on the stove, you can have the phone pointing at that and your computer on you, and then you can have somebody directing where, what's on the screen. Let's say I just want Darcy on here. So I'm just going to click the number 1 Darcy. And you should be the only one up there, I believe.
And Marilyn, thank you for the award. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And Michael, Troy complimented you that you are a truly patient man and he loves your energy.
Oh.
I do as well.
Okay, thank you.
Michael did ask us, what are you currently grateful for? For myself, I'm currently grateful for Troy's assistance and talking through this, educating me a bit more thoroughly on the HAPS platform. And I'm grateful for Marilyn coming in and us being able to help educate her on the HAPS platform as well. Marilyn, what's something you're currently grateful for?
Well, I was on the Taste of Temple. It was a synagogue fundraiser, but they had it virtual this year. And one of the people that sponsored it said that they also have meals for people. Not only can people buy family meals that get delivered every week, but they also give some meals to people that could use a meal. And I'm in a high-risk category, and I've been home for 11 months as of yesterday. And I've only gone about 7 places total. And they brought me a meal delivery at no cost on Friday, and it's enough for for 2 adults and 2 children. And since I live alone, I still have food left, and that was it's the best meal I've been given or bought all year, and so I'm grateful for that.
Wonderful. Troy, what's something you're grateful for right now?
Just positivity, smiles. Yeah, I mean, positivity is the thing that makes me go. There's so much stuff that's negative, and anything positive is good. So let me show you something here real quick, Darcy. You see where where Marilyn is? There's that gear on it.
Yes.
If you hit the gear on hers, you can turn up her mic or turn down her mic. So if your mic, if you
is coming in too loud, you can
if she's too loud, you can turn her down. Or if I'm too loud, you can turn me up, or whatever. You can make all those adjustments right there.
Nice.
What do I do with my phone so it's always looking up my neck on this app? How do I fix that?
I have no idea what you're talking about on that.
Hang on. I want to interject for a second. Michael, I want to ask you what you're currently grateful for. And I want to acknowledge Bridget that she's grateful for her family and having a job. That's awesome. All right.
Bridget, I don't know if it's the same job, but yeah.
So anyway, yeah, if you want any more information or anything, Darcy, just let me know.
Okay.
I can help you.
Clicking on Marilyn's to look at the remote device settings. So there's HAPS user account, and I can adjust the volume, the layout sizing. This setting determines how the content is resized when it is not the same aspect ratio as the content layout container in the program. So fit in container adds black bars and empty spaces around video. And container crops video to completely cover available area. So to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what that means without seeing a visual.
So let's just hit fit to container.
While he's looking, do you see at the top it added?
Hit close, and then you'll see a difference in the screen, in her screen.
I can't hear you, Darcy. Maybe you're delayed, but do you see it now says 1% of $10 goal, and that I gave you a 15-cent gift? That wasn't there before. I think it goes up when you get your first gift.
Every month that will reset, Darcy. The numbers, the dollars. So once you get to $10, it'll go up to $20. Once it gets up to $20, it'll go up to $50. Once it gets up to $100, it'll go up to $500. And then it resets at the first of the month again, and then does the same thing.
Okay, great. So it's not like per broadcast. It's because now we're in February, and the last time I did was in January.
Oh, okay. So you've
Correct.
gotten gifts before. I got my first gift the other day.
That's correct.
Okay.
So, yeah, and then you can turn on and off your location in your main.
Okay, can I ask you a question? It says that the location is within a mile, but that it's not going to put that on your broadcast. It's only going to put the city name, so it's not like you can see the location like on Periscope, or can you see the location on someone's broadcast?
It's within a mile, but you can turn that off in the settings.
Where's
right, but it says it's within a mile, but that it doesn't show it on your screen, only to HAPS, but it does. You can see on the screen within a mile where someone is.
No, it just, like mine says Spokane, Washington. That's all they can tell. They can't tell anything else.
And Michael, thank you for mentioning that you'd like to have me on your morning show in the future. I'd love that. Bridget, she works with an outsourcing agency that has the Washington Health Benefit Exchange as a client.
Does that mean you work from home, Bridget?
And it's an essential business, so she never got laid off. She was pretty lucky. Great. Yeah, Marilyn asked if you work from home.
And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Darcy.
I do not work from home.
I work from home.
What type of work do you do?
Digital marketing.
Oh, yeah?
Websites and social media, SEO, and lead generation for businesses.
And you were talking about the HAP Summit. Is that the one that's in March?
The Clubhouse Summit is...
oh, sorry.
So Clubhouse is a different platform that I've been actively using for a month now. And Elon
What's your
Musk,
name?
Darcy Network on Clubhouse as well.
And what about Elon Musk?
Oh, he joined on, or he talked on the app on Sunday, and Mark Zuckerberg was on a couple nights ago. So I think it gives some validity to the app.
The other thing that's cool though, Darcy, is when you add somebody like me onto the broadcast, I go live on my channels. So everybody that comes in on my channels counts against your 250 for the goal. I mean, everybody that. So when Marilyn went live, she went live on all her multicasting. So we're being broadcasted to, well, I got YouTube, I got Twitter, Periscope, I took off my Facebook, and I forgot.
It's also going to my Facebook fan page too.
So for these, so the comments are coming in from any of those sources, but it doesn't tell me whether it's coming in from my Facebook page or your Facebook page, or which. It's not letting me know which source of, like, which specific.
No,
coming in from, right?
It wouldn't tell you what, if it's whose Facebook page it's from. I'm not sure how they do that. I'd have to ask Peter or Pablo on that one. But so that's a cool thing. So the more people you add, I mean, you can have up to 8 people on screen, and you could have multiple others off a screen. So in the green room, basically, and they could be talking as well. But it does get a little confusing with all those people on.
Okay.
8 people on screen, and then you have more people off screen. But it's, you can have 8 people on screen, and then your director back in the background, doing their thing, whatever, however you want it to do, show a picture or take a break, that type of thing, mute somebody, whatever.
Here we have, and Bridget said that she stayed at the office, but she's one of only 10 people who stayed in the office to work. The rest took it home. Marcus Mandel, thank you for subscribing. let's see here. Well, I've got Troy here. So going through again the remote device settings.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see a change, and it may just be the. I'm gonna click close. I didn't.
think you're in landscape. From what I can tell, you're in landscape right now. So
Let's see here. So, like I was adjusting. I was checking if there was a difference with Maryland's with the fit container.
let's see how you change the screen now.
Okay,
so now you're on you're on the bottom, and her and I are on top.
Yeah. So with Maryland's now I see the difference. So Maryland's I currently have as fit in container. So that's why there's the black bars.
Correct.
And then if I switch it to fill container, that zooms it in a bit there.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool how that works.
Is there one or the other that is typically, because like if things are bouncing around, or you just
no, it just depends on what you want to do. Like if you're doing a presentation yourself, you probably want to go to this one and then have your logo like over here where you are, and then let's just say directions where I am, and then you over here, or you could put yourself here where you're at now and put your logo where Marilyn is. It just depends on what you want, how you want to.
How do you adjust? Like I'm seeing Maryland is the large.
Correct. So if you hit number 1 for you.
Oh, okay.
Hit the number 1. Now you're number 1.
Okay.
If you hit number 1 for me, then I become number 1.
And is there a way to adjust 2 and 3 to like for me to make you above Maryland and swap them back around? Or
I think I'm not sure how to do that. I'm sure there is, but I don't know how to do that part. Maybe what's a little person do? Oh, so you click on the little person above the number 1 and it brings them full screen. And then you click it off and then it goes away.
Okay, but I don't think that changed the.
It didn't change the layout, no.
Right.
Yeah. So
what happened to the message that she? Oh, is it Paps.tv at Darcy Network? Darcy, is that what you added?
So
no,
I don't see it from my.
She didn't hit the push notifier, I don't think. Or push to program under notifiers.
Now I only. Oh.
Are you seeing it? Because I did.
Yeah. I just saw it. Facebook, Darcy Network, and then something else. I couldn't read it fast enough, but yeah.
Oh, it just yeah. So I didn't see it from mine.
You didn't?
No,
I don't see it.
Let me see if
Wait, digital meat marketing. Connect with me through Facebook or Instagram. Facebook Darcy Network. Instagram at Darcy.network.
Yeah.
On Darcy, I'm Harbor
I just pushed that. I just pushed it out, Darcy. Do you see it now?
Oh,
yeah.
Darcy, just so you know, some people know me as Harbor or Harbor Journal, or Harbor Journal with the number 2. Those are all me.
Okay.
What other questions do you have?
Let me take a look here.
Yeah, just browse around.
Yeah. Okay, so video effects, so brightness, contrast, beauty filter. Oh, so when the other guy on Twitter was saying that I'm wrinkly and I need skincare.
Wow.
Just kick him out of the broadcast.
That's kind of rude.
And he's like, you're not answering the question.
Put on the beauty filter. I don't know if it makes any difference for me.
Well, but the beauty filter, it can crash your
requirements.
Stream.
And last week when I was streaming, mine froze up. I have an older computer. I have a little MacBook here.
That's what I was saying. You might not want to use that because you might look Like it might smooth out your skin. Like in my case, it might make me look better, but it'll crash my stream probably.
Yeah.
The more light that you have, Darcy, the better off the camera is.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Not the direction that I have. My lights are all above, so I'm sure it's creating some shadows. But you know what? It's the A for Darcy Network is authenticity. And you know what? I'm over 40. I do have wrinkles. I have less wrinkles than I did a few years ago because I am taking better care of myself now. Then maybe
you use OBS. Do you use OBS as well?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't yet. Yeah.
Okay. Because they're integrating that into it as well. If you wanted to do it that way as well.
Can you tell me how to find the RT? Is it RTMP to put the Twitch information in on my broadcast? How do I find the information?
It's in your account on Twitch. I have not signed up for Twitch, so I don't know.
Okay, thanks.
Somewhere in your settings, that's all I could tell you.
Darcy was talking about.
I don't have a Twitch account, so I couldn't tell you where it's at.
Okay, thank you. And Darcy was saying authenticity. This is clearly authentic because, like, I'm sure that I could look a lot better with like a filter and makeup, but this is how I look.
And just so you know, Darcy, my screen is zoomed in, so I can only see portions of the screen. So I only see like maybe a quarter of the screen, and then I have to scroll over. So that's why I'm visually impaired. So I have to do that so I can see the comments and all that stuff.
Let's see here. I did have a couple more questions regarding the local device. So I'm clicking on the wheel, the settings wheel for the local device settings. So again, I can do the mic monitor, video effects.
Are we down below the pictures, or are we over in settings?
So I'm just running through. I'm just letting you know where I am, like just to let you know what I'm looking at. I don't have a specific question yet, but I may. Okay. So again, next to in the middle of the broadcast screen, there's us, and then connect. So to the right, there's the connected, and I'm clicking on the cog wheel for the settings for my profile. Then I've got, let's see here, the video effects, program volume, layout sizing, public info, so I can change whether I have my name or show or not, my title, whether it shows or not, my location.
Correct.
It says auto none, so add new. I'm gonna try that.
You can add your own location.
What about the blue bars on the screen? That's like that HAP screen when you end your broadcast. Why did they just show up?
Because there's no video feed. There's no camera being shown, so they automatically throw that in.
No, right now I see all three of us, but there's blue bars on the left of me and the right of me.
Oh, that's just because instead of being black, they just have their HAPS thing surrounding us.
Is that a choice?
I think it is, but I don't know where to find it at.
Okay. I appreciate the information.
I think it's just the layout. There's one other button that's kind of useful below our pictures where you see the mic going up and down, Darcy. Well, it's going up and down for me because I'm talking, but when you talk, you should see your mic going up, green. There's a present.
Yes.
When you click on that, it'll come up with another window, and it says at the top, it says entire screen, so you can show your entire screen, or you can show an application window that you have open, or you can share a Chrome tab.
Okay.
So if you have applications open, which all I have is, I just have preview. So if I wanted to do that, just for an example, I'll do present that, and then it says, let's see, says share, so I can share that. Please try again. Okay, it won't let me share, but you could share if you wanted. For some reason, it won't let me share. But yeah, so you could present if you have an application or whatever, you can present that. Or if you have something in, let's just say, YouTube, and you want to show something from YouTube, you can show something there, or whatever you want to show on your Chrome tabs. So that's kind of a handy thing to have.
And the more is, okay, the more looks like the same as when I clicked on my settings from my local device settings.
Yeah.
And now I'm double checking. Now I'm clicking on yours for remote device settings. So again, that's where you said I can adjust the program volume. I can change the layout sizing. Can adjust whether or not your public information shows your name, your title, your location, and your time zone.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And when you go into your settings, when you're not online, you can set all those in your settings. So whenever you go live, you don't have to change them under the settings over on your left side of the program window there, your apps studio, or you can make all those changes in your main settings when you're not online. And then when you go live, you shouldn't have to change anything in your settings on the left-hand side when you're in the broadcast or in preview.
I'll try to take over here now. Let's see what this does too. Does it show the takeover?
You have to highlight the takeover, so
okay.
It's blue, and then you hit push to program.
Okay, there we go.
And there we go.
What does a takeover mean? Hello, Folsom.
Did you just see it come up? You should have took all of us off and then put that up, and then it puts us back up after it's done running.
Oh, my screen has a delay. Now I see it.
So that's what
when is the Clubhouse Summit?
The Clubhouse Summit starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm the first speaker.
Is it a...
wow. And there's no replays.
No, there's no replays.
Sorry, Troy, what were you saying?
I've never heard of Clubhouse until like a month ago, so I don't even know what it is.
Most people didn't. It only started. The founders had the idea in about February and launched it. In April, it started to get some legs. It's invite only right now because it's still beta, and even as of December 30th, they only had 6 employees. Only 2 were full time. So it's growing, but it's growing exponentially now. And
it's audio only.
Mm-hmm.
And you need an invite.
Yeah.
And I have 6 invites at the moment. If you or Bridget need one.
Yeah, Troy, I would definitely recommend getting on. And if you do join, I'd love to have you as a panelist on this Wednesday. And Marilyn, you may not have heard me mention earlier that I do different rooms daily from 3:30 to 4 Pacific. Running through different topics on a 2-week cycle of so tomorrow will be on digital, and it'll be on course creation. Tuesday will be on authenticity. Wednesday's relationships, and this Wednesday, the 10th, my topic is going to be on inclusiveness, because there's blind people or people on wheelchairs and deaf people. So just talking about inclusiveness in terms of relationships, something that's really becoming apparent with the Clubhouse app is one thing to find out who's speaking. There's like this faint line around the picture of the speaker. And so visually impaired people have a challenge knowing who's speaking unless somebody's identifying themselves. So people are educating that, hey, making it more inclusive, as well as for people that are maybe hard of hearing and things are being transcribed. So there's, here it is, this voice only app, but how to have more inclusiveness. I mentioned wheelchairs just in the fact that there was a Tamara is a popular clubhouser that she's a wheelchair, so just even getting some conversations about inclusiveness. She was talking about how going to conferences where they knew in advance that she's in a wheelchair, but they didn't make the arrangements for a ramp. And so they had everybody else was on stage and then she's on the ground level. So just having a quick conversation about online and offline and better inclusiveness and being aware of other people's abilities and helping to make everybody more equal. So that's my topic for relationships this week. Christianity. On Thursday, we'll have speakers because every 2 weeks I have one main subject, like running through digital authenticity, relationships, Christianity, enthusiasm, youthfulness, networking, entrepreneurship, truth, working out, organizations, Reiki, and kindness. Those are the key subjects. But every 2 weeks, even within the subject, I'll have a different panel of speakers with a different focus, subtopic of the main subject. So for Christianity, this week it's going to be about the feminine, empowerment of femininity, as well as empowerment of masculinity, like how somebody can be kind in Christ but still masculine, or an empowered female but still in a feminine energy. Let's see, we got some more comments.
Can I just tell you that the Global Podfest, they also have like subsections, and last time they had one for people that do religion podcasts.
Great. What is the date of the podcast summit?
It's the end of February, and the first week of March is the official conference, but the one that's the week before is also included at the level I can get you a free ticket for, and it was worth going to last year.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge, looking back over to the comments here, Lady Nevea from Folsom, welcome. And Bridget, love for you to join us on Clubhouse as well. I learned about HAPS, more about HAPS through this year. Pablo was on one of the founders of HAPS was on Clubhouse, so I got to talk with and engage with him. So that was fun. And this year,
Sports. I think that he's trying to tell you that there's a lock function, so that when you type and there's a lock, you're only chatting with your moderator or directors. But when it's not read, then everyone can read what you're typing. And Bridget,
let's see here. Hello, we lost Marilyn. She dropped off. Let's see here. Welcome from John Navaco from Hamilton. And John, unfortunately, Clubhouse is not Droid friendly yet. It's still beta, and it's iOS only on iPhone or iPad, and you have to have at least iOS. It's either 12 or 13. So I know some people that have an iPhone 6 that wasn't able to update new enough for the app. But I've got an iPhone 7 that I use over Wi-Fi. Let's see here. Lady Nevaez must be invited. Yes, there's kind of a way around that too, is if somebody that you know that's in Clubhouse and you have their phone number and they have your phone number and you're both in each other's contact list, sometimes once you've signed up for Clubhouse, they can invite you in. Let's see here. Marilyn said, yeah, it's iOS only.
So you can uninvite too. You saw that uninvite when you went into Marilyn's settings. There was a pink button that said uninvite. So you can uninvite people as well as once they join and you don't you don't want them to join again, you can
Like if
uninvite.
somebody comes in, they seem like they'd be a nice person, and then they're like a troll. You
Yeah, exactly.
can drop them out. Knowing
Yep.
Hi, can you hear me now?
yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you. We don't.
Yeah,
see
my phone died again, and the reason I was only reading what was on screen because there were some typos, and I wanted to make sure that you understood what was being said.
Okay, and I'm trying to get through the comments here. Give me just a second.
So I'm gonna have
Bridget
to drop off here in a few, Darcy. So you can always contact me on Facebook or whatever.
And Bridget asked about recordings. I don't even know if there's a way to delete your broadcast because the replays stay up on Haps if she's talking about Haps, but Clubhouse doesn't have replays.
Okay, yeah. Clubhouse is ephemeral. That you got to be there, unless somebody has it, because it's against terms and conditions to record unless you've noted that it's being recorded. But part of the allure of it is that it's not recorded.
Can you do a broadcast?
You would have to note, like for me, I could have it on speaker and and have it do a Haps as well, and that you'd hear it, but I would have to I would have to state that in advance on the subject, because otherwise it's against terms and conditions for it to be broadcast and recorded, because it's if people don't know that they're being recorded.
One more thing before I leave, Darcy. See where the eyeball is? We're right above the chat, and it says 1.3K.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that, and it says other down, and it has the eyeball, and it says other 299 others.
Mm-hmm.
That's you got to your 250. That's the only one that you're worried about is that one right there.
Okay.
For
the Haps challenge, yeah.
Like the hearts, 990. Facebook, you had 5 views off of Facebook, but really all you really want is the 299 for others.
Okay.
250
so again, thank you to John and Marilyn and Dina and Chris. I didn't see Chris pop in earlier. I guess he reacted. He didn't comment, but he gave a reaction to the post. And Demiti Kendall, thank you as well. I'm going to click on these I'm assuming, oh, wait, that brings me out of okay. I was hoping that maybe I could just click on, I'm looking in the little square of who's reacted, and I was hoping I could just click to follow. Okay, and then I'm just glancing that Troy sent me.
While she's looking, Bridget, were you saying you needed a Clubhouse invite and you have an iPhone, or you already have a Clubhouse account?
Where did I click? I lost myself.
One is not read. You're chatting with everyone. Okay, so comment private.
Yeah, that means whoever's on screen, or directors, or your moderators. That's the only people the regular chat cannot see, or the regular people that are in the chat cannot see what you're typing or what you typed.
Darcy just said hello and it says private, but I see it. Why do I see it?
You're on screen.
Oh. You're in the broadcaster studio. You're not visible on screen, but you're in the broadcaster studio. Now I'm clicking on you, and now you're on screen. So now, like if I click again, you're not on screen, but you're in the broadcaster studio. So you're
How did you do that? Like, how did you to have me still there, like on the right side, but not on the left side?
So if I click on the connected side on the right, if I click on you, that there's the green, it's the blue or green bar around.
You can't see that stuff. She's not a director, so she can't see what I see.
No, I can see that. I can see the grid. I see that.
Oh, do you?
Okay.
But
yeah, by the way,
do anything?
I asked, what?
If you click on it, can you do anything?
I am going to, just to interrupt, sorry to interrupt here. I'm going to wrap up here shortly because it's...
yeah, I need to get going myself, so...
And I'm going to be the first broadcaster on the Clubhouse Summit at 6 a.m. So I've got less than 8 hours till my broadcast. Okay. I need to get some sleep.
I need to go too. So,
Troy, Troy and Marilyn, thank you so very much for spending time with me tonight and helping me understand HAPS a bit better. And Bridget, you've been great participating in the comments, and everybody else that's joined in today. I want to thank you so much for popping in. I didn't plan this one at all. I was like, oh gosh, it's Sunday. I've got to get my broadcast in for the HAPS Challenge. And I do look forward to broadcasting more regularly moving forward. I'm just, I'm learning this app. I'm new on Clubhouse as well as my busy with my own business. But I want to thank everybody so much for coming in today. You're
welcome. Thank you for having me as a guest on your broadcast.
Thank you, and good luck with your dentist appointment tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's only a question of how big the panic attack will be, because I expect that.
Well, if you expect to not have one, it increases your chances of not having one.
No, actually it doesn't, but it's just going to be a matter of how well I manage it.
Troy, thank you. That's your Marilyn, if you do have extra Clubhouse invites, if you're able to share, I'm out of invites. I haven't gotten any more since the first week that I was on. If you have one to share with Troy, I think that it'd be fabulous for Troy to get on there Troy, as well.
Do you have an iPhone? Do you want an invite?
Sure, you can. Yeah. I work on Wednesday, so I won't be able to make it there. So, yeah.
There's a great community that I'd love to connect you with.
Yeah, well, just you can just get a hold of me, Darcy, and I'll see if I can figure something out. Okay.
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 All
so
right.
I'm gonna take off. Thank you for having me. And
well, try if you change your mind and you want an invite, let me know. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. And thank you, Banner, for hopping in from Hooper. And
Bridget saying she can't read someone's name. I don't know who she's talking about.
So Bridget, my name again is Darcy, and I'm Darcy Hall, and I'm the founder for Darcy Network, a community for everything about digital authenticity, relationships, Christianity, enthusiasm, and youthfulness, plus networking, entrepreneurship, truth, working out, organizations, Reiki, and kindness. It's a bunch of things, but so are we, and I love connecting people on all these topics. So, all right, with that, everybody, thank you so much, and I guess I just hit end broadcast.
There you go.
Good night, night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.